welcome back to another episode of No Waco. This is your host, Debbie. Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. I'm your host, Debbie, and today we have a very special guest here in the studio. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name, am I just looking at you?
Yeah, you can just look at me. You can look at anywhere you want. Just look at the ceiling.
Hi, my name is Melody Hammer, and I am the CEO and founder of Lacquer.
Yay! And what brought you to Waco, or are you a Waco native?
I am not a Waco native. I am one of the Californians ruining your Texas.
Dun, dun, dun. I'm fine
But
with that.
I mean, I left for a reason, so I'm here. I'm loving it.
We're glad to have you.
Thank you. I honestly really love it.
Aw.
And it was a weird journey getting here.
Mm-hmm.
I actually sold my house in LA like right when the pandemic hit.
For like $1 billion.
And what I should have done, what I should have really done was just take that money from selling it and buy a house directly in Waco. But I didn't know where I wanted to land. And so instead we bought an RV and traveled with our kids for 9 months.
Yay!
Until we found where we wanted to settle.
I was an RVer for 2 years.
No way!
Yes! We bought ours right during the middle of the pandemic. Literally, we bought it in March of 2020.
Oh my gosh.
And we lived into it until we just bought our first home this
Wow.
year. So I totally relate on that.
That's crazy.
So where all did you go in the RV?
Well, so I had already started my business, and so I had employees in California.
Wow.
So we wanted to stay somewhat close,
Mobile,
drivable.
yeah.
So at first we went to like Arizona for a while, and we did New Mexico on the way to Texas. We did like Utah a little bit, kind of just like the states near California until we officially left, and then we landed in Texas in general, actually.
So why Texas?
Texas is good for small businesses.
Woo!
And so I was definitely wanting to land somewhere that was good for small business. And I really wanted to go to Nashville and to Colorado. We didn't end up making it to those two places. And so when we got to Texas, I don't know. I think I was just done traveling for one.
Understandable.
I love the people. They are so stinking nice.
We got our Southern charm. Southern hospitality.
I always say that I have to like give all of my like errands a 15-minute Texas because I just know that I'm gonna have a conversation with somebody and it's lovely.
Yeah,
I love it. So I don't know. I loved it. So I just landed here.
And then how long have you been in Waco now?
It's been about a year. It's kind of hard to tell because we first came to Waco, and at first I was like, coming from LA, I was like, this might be.
I was gonna say very different.
Yeah, I was like, this might be too small. I wasn't sure I'd be able to like find any employees that like made sense for what I did. So then we went to Temple, and then we went to Austin for a minute, and I was like, definitely not. I just left LA, so I didn't want to do Austin.
Feel like I'm done.
I mean, Austin's cool, but it feels like LA.
Yeah.
So then I came back to Waco, and I was like, no, this is it. I love it.
Aw, yay. So tell me about your small business.
Okay. So so initially we launched in 2019 as an e-commerce brand, and we launched to nobody because nobody knew who we were, and it was just me and my now ex-husband. Well, hashtag small business. And we got some, friends and family to help us start it. And then 2 weeks later, I launched with an influencer who happened to be pretty big. And so that kind of really launched our brand. And during the pandemic was actually a good time for my business because it was all e-commerce and it's nail polish. We sell nail polish. Yeah. And a lot of people were staying home and doing nail polish. And so, it was really fun. We did lots of influencer campaigns and built from there. And then I was able to travel. And then we are about to launch a different area. So we just sell nail polish online and like accessories like cuticle file and pusher. But we're about to launch an in-person create your own nail polish bar.
That's what I'm so excited for. So coming from the pandemic to now, you are starting a storefront. Yeah. So what has it been like starting a business in Waco or getting a storefront in Waco?
It's a totally different business. And so, yes, it's nail polish related, but it's been really interesting because I've had to learn how to start a storefront tourist type business from scratch while still sustaining the business that I currently have running. So obviously there's benefits that I already had a business in that we were nail polish, and we also do virtual bookings. So any of our audience from e-commerce can book an appointment and do it via Zoom.
Yeah.
So we've had like a good number of those, but then the in-person thing, I think Waco has been a great place to get that off and running because it is small enough that I feel like you can really connect with people. And so I've done a lot of like networking events, and I literally took flyers around town.
I literally like just saw your stuff on social media, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. This is going to be in Waco?
Yay. Did you see the party invite? Is that what you saw?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, great. Good to know what's working.
I was like, I'm going to just DM her on all of her platforms until she messages me.
Which one did I get back to you on?
I think it was Facebook, actually.
Oh, interesting.
And then you told me to email you, and then you messaged me back on Instagram being like, hey, did you Facebook message me?
That sounds about right.
So it kind of worked. But then we connected over email. So now you know those DMs are open.
Yeah. DMs are always open. And there's so many platforms now, and there's so much to keep up with. And we are still really a small company.
Yeah.
I think people see because of the brand that we seem much bigger than we are, but it's literally me and one other person in Waco.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing too. I was like, oh wow, this is very professional. This is amazing. I'm so excited.
I'll take it.
But yeah, so why nail polish?
So, it's a good question. I worked in the beauty and influencer space for a long time, and I actually helped another influencer start a nail polish company before.
Ooh.
And I was in charge of creative and all the campaigns and marketing, which I love. And so then a few years later, decided to start my own company.
Yeah.
And I really just loved the idea. Girlfriend loves a theme. Like I love, like clearly you do too. You're wearing strawberries.
Strawberry gal.
I love it. And so that's the more fun part for me is like each collection is coming up with the theme and the names and like the color story. Nail polish itself, like the painting of the nails, I think just is something that we all can relate to, and it feels nostalgic, and I love just painting my nails. But I think the thing that's like the most exciting is the campaigns and the marketing and all that jazz. And then the creating of your own.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the coolest.
Yeah, so explain to me, build your own nail polish bar. Like, what is this?
Yeah, so there hasn't been one in Texas at all. There's one place, some other place, but really we came up with it because when we were really just looking for a warehouse in Waco. And then the place that I found on Elm Avenue, which is like
right here downtown.
Super cute, and it's like coming from LA, it feels like the arts district of LA, like really cool.
Historical district of Waco.
Hip. Yeah.
It's like, up and coming.
Very up and coming. It's going to be the place to be for sure. So I fell in love with the location first, and that front area just sat empty for a good almost a year. And I was like, what do I do with this? Like, it felt weird to just do retail of nail polish.
Yeah.
Like, who just goes to a store and buys nail polish? Like, I feel like that's like an afterthought at a store or like e-commerce.
Yeah.
So then I hired this other girl, Molly, who used to hand mix her own nail polish.
Wow.
And we were just like chatting about like the process of like hand mixing, because our main company, like the e-commerce, is all manufactured. So it's like big bulk manufacturing. But when we were talking about the hand mixing, I was like, that's so cool. And then we just started playing with the materials she had. And I was like,
this is it.
Why don't we do this?
Light bulb moment.
Yeah, total light bulb moment. So we started thinking about it, and we've actually now kind of figured out a couple different things. One, you can come in and you can do a custom one-on-one with Molly, who's our mixologist.
Ooh.
And really, we have lots of different materials you can choose from, between glitters and shimmers.
I'm a glitter gal.
Yeah. I mean, the glitters are so much fun.
And a metallic gal.
Oh, we have metallics.
Yeah.
We have all the things. We have hollow.
I love me some hollow.
Yep. Super fun. And you can mix, whatever, and you can kind of work together, and that like takes about a half hour to do. Or what we've discovered since networking is now we've been asked to do a couple private events.
Yes.
And so there's now a version where it's like more of an experience, like where a group of people, kind of like when you do like this sip and paint kind of thing, where you and your friends can like have like a setup that we have and just like play with it and mix things on your own, that we kind of more just like guide, kind of like a class. And so that's been really fun. So at the event, we'll have both. We'll have Molly at the front doing customs, and then I'll be in the back kind of leading a demonstration.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah, so people can just kind of play.
And now for a word from our sponsors.
Hi, this is Sarah.
And I'm Carter.
And this is Some of Our Thoughts.
We're two Southern sommeliers, and we want to share everything we love and know about wine. We started hanging out during quarantine and cooking and drinking and listening to music, and we just thought this would be a great way to bring everything we know to you guys.
We will make wine knowledge and food pairings easy and approachable. So put on your favorite vinyl, grab your favorite glass of wine, tune into our show, and let's have some fun.
Wine and vinyl. So check us out on roguemedianetwork.com or wherever you get your favorite podcast. We'll be talking about a lot.
Welcome to One Star Rewind, a new podcast about those dreaded one-star reviews that every business owner hates to receive, but yet every customer loves to read. During this podcast, we will peel back that one-star review to better understand how it happened, when it happened, and what the business owner is doing after receiving that one-star review. This podcast will be about love, hate, and laughter. On One Star Rewind, we will meet with real business owners who will tell their stories and how they do rely on reviews for their business. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or download us at roguemedianetwork.com. Please subscribe, but only rate and review for not a one-star review. Join us each time for a new review and a new story.
Hey y'all, I'm April,
Hi, I'm Caroline.
and we have a new podcast for you. What's it called, Caroline?
Bloody Happy Hour.
It's going to be your new favorite guilty pleasure. We're going to talk about some bloody stuff. Serial killers, true crime,
Rape.
rapists. Why not join us? We'll have a good time.
You literally never know. I don't know what I'm going to say. Bloody Happy Hour. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
And now, back to the episode. A big event happening.
Oh, yes.
Tell me all the details.
So Friday, September 16th.
This Friday, the
Yes.
day it's coming out.
Okay.
You're listening right now.
Tonight.
Tonight.
We are having our ribbon cutting.
Mm-hmm.
So the ribbon cutting's at 4, and we're doing like sort of like more of an experience and kid-friendly activities. So we're doing really fun stuff. Like we have our whole little marketing area where you can create your own mood board
Ooh.
and submit it for like a chance to win a gift card.
That's be cool.
Yeah, and then we have a box folding area where like if you fold 6 boxes in a minute, you get a free nail polish, and if you can fold 10 in a minute, you get a whole bundle. And we've practiced
And
it
that's how you get
ourselves.
some labor done.
You
Small
are
businesses.
absolutely correct. We're like, how many boxes are we going to get folded? Because that's going to be very helpful.
Yeah.
But it's fun. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, like you time it and it's really fun. And then we also, this one's really fun. We have a supermarket sweep type thing. We have a whole wall of nail polish
Wow.
that we pull for the e-commerce. And so we're going to do like, you pay $10 and you get 10 seconds to pull as many as you can. So for the price of $10, you could potentially get like 12.
Wow.
Because it's only 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But like we tested it to see how many you could get.
You're like, make sure they're not getting like 100.
Yeah. We are still a small business. But that's where the benefit of having the e-commerce
Yeah.
and the storefront come in handy is like we can give away
Yeah.
some of our mass-produced nail polish as opposed to the whatever. And then from 7 to 10, it's going to be more of like we're going to preview our commercial that we just shot for the local area, and we'll serve wine and there'll be music and lights, and it'll just be like more of a party.
Oh, that's so fun. Yeah. So you have this big event happening. Are you gearing your business more towards like the tourist side of things? Are you looking to get more locals involved?
Absolutely trying to get locals involved. Honestly, it has been so fun for me. And the good thing about starting this now is that it's less stress because the e-commerce kind of runs itself a little bit with my, there's another girl that works with us, but she's not in Waco. But she's coming tomorrow. Yeah. She loves Waco. And that kind of runs itself. And so I've really been focused on the storefront, and I absolutely, I've been trying to think of different ways to work with other businesses, like giving discounts to recommend. We hit up the Waco tours because the tour bus goes by 10 times a day. And then I went and put flyers in the hotels, and we actually had somebody come before our opening, but she was like, I'm leaving tomorrow. Can we? And we're like, come on in. Yeah, she was the cutest. She was from Indiana, and it was really fun. So it's really a fun experience because when it comes to tourism, or not even necessarily tourism, but like locals doing it, they've never done anything like this before.
Yeah.
And so for us, it's like this really fun thing because people get really excited. We had a girlfriend of mine, when we shot our commercial, her daughter did it so that we could film it. And her face the whole time was just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
You feel like you're like a magic potion. Yeah. Like you're making little brews.
Absolutely. And it's great for homeschooling because it's color theory and all kinds of stuff. And so we've really thought through sports teams can come and get the same nail polish color.
That's cute.
Yeah. So I'm really trying to figure out ways in which to cater to the local Waco people, in addition to the tourists who come through, obviously. Yeah.
And I know we kind of already touched on this, since you guys are the only people doing this in Waco, but why do you think this is important to our Waco community?
I think that having unique experiences is always a great, selling point for a town. To be able to do something that is totally different, and it's a great way of connecting. We were all stuck in our houses by ourselves for so long, and it's I want to go out with my girlfriends, but I don't want to just go do XYZ. So it's something new to do. All are welcome, by the way. And I'm
gonna force my husband to go get his nails painted.
My boyfriend has already made his own custom polish.
Oh, you need to have him swatch.
He's wearing it in the commercial.
I know. I feel I'm hide my nails. They're not as pretty as I would have liked them for today.
We will help you with that. I gave you some nail polishes in there, so there you go. Honestly, when it comes to first of all, there's a lot of guys who wear nail polish, and we super love that, encourage that. I would say that's another good thing to bring to Waco, is a little bit of the diversity of all can wear nail polish, and it's really fun and safe thing to do. And we do tell guys, listen, if you're looking for a custom gift for your girlfriend or your wife, all you need to know is their favorite color. Yeah. Come in, we'll help you make it special for you, and then think of a name that is an inside joke.
Something means to you.
That is the best custom gift to get someone. You really thought of them rather than just getting them a candle. So up your game, fellas.
And I love any way that we can create a space for inclusivity and diversity in our community.
Big time.
Yeah. And what is something you would like to see in Waco?
A Trader Joe's.
Yes, very much so. Trader Joe's, Whole Foods.
I'm still relatively new, and I've been so busy with this business, but I feel like more experiential stuff would be really fun. So there's so much to do, and everyone's so lovely. But it's definitely a smaller town than I'm used to, and so I would love, more restaurants that are kind of different. I love there's an Armenian restaurant in LA that I really love, and
I don't have that here.
I know. So diversity and in people that bring new experiences is always something that is great for a city.
Yeah, and we're so glad to have you here. And you're going to be launching your fall collection soon. So tell me about that.
We actually just launched it yesterday.
Woo-hoo. Oh, shout out! It's fall.
It's
only 80 something degrees, right? It's 88 degrees.
You know what though?
That's basically fall in Texas.
It's not 100.
We're lucky.
You are wearing an adorable
tiny little short.
I'm also wearing
tiny shorts.
I'm a little hot.
We're dressed like summer. I know. I'm sweating.
But it's the colors. It might not be sweater weather just yet, but you can feel it on your nails.
Starbucks has the PSL out. It's fine.
We actually have a pumpkin spice latte bundle.
Oh my gosh.
Super cute.
I love
that.
There you go.
Yeah, our fall collection is called Shoot Your Shot, and it is like photography is the theme. And so we have Aperture is one of the names of our, actually I am wearing Aperture right now.
Show it off.
I don't even know where I'm wearing it now. And then we have Bokeh, which is like a rust hollow. It's really pretty. And we have a color called Sepia that you can put it over any of the colors and it kind of makes it look like it's filtered. It's really cool. So we like to be, kind of unique in what we put out. And so it's a really fun collection.
Yeah.
And if you use code NOWACO, you get 10% off of anything on our store.
Yay! That's KNOWWACO. That's right. Use it for 10% off. And I'm so glad that you've gifted that for us.
Yes.
I really appreciate it. And I'm sure our listeners will today as well. But yeah, go ahead and give us all your social medias where we can find you, plug yourself.
Absolutely. You can follow us on all platforms at Loud Lacquer. I'm going to spell Lacquer because a lot of people don't know how to spell it. So it's Loud and then LACQUER. We also, if you are local and want to find the lounge, it is at Loud Lounge Waco on Instagram. And there we are actually currently at this moment uploading our whole catalog of all the glitters and the shimmers so that you can kind of see what you would get if you were to come into the lounge and create your own nail polish.
Yeah, and what is your new address?
So our new address is 720 Elm Avenue, number 102. We are right next to the bike shop and Revival. So, and across from the bank.
Yep, grab something to eat, go over there. Ride your bike. I don't know.
Ride your bike. But ride your bike first, not
ride your
when
bike
your nails are wet.
Yeah, don't do that. But thank you so much for coming on today and sharing information about your small business. Is there anything else you want to share with our listeners today?
No, this was so much fun. Thank you for having us. And I always just encourage people to be creative because it's really good for your soul.
Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
We got thumbs up.
Okay, good.
Find us everywhere on all social media platforms, KNOW_Waco. Check us out at roguemedianetwork.com and we're on YouTube under Rogue Media Network. Check out nowaco.com.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.